Alright, a little bit recap on July. July, it was a lot. Stuff happened with the family. Stuff happened in the, so many things happened in the real world. It was just a lot. But I hope you guys enjoyed your July. 4th of July happened. I don't want to talk about it, but it happened. I'm just, as an autistic person, 4th of July, I just think it's just been getting way worse. Like, my neighbors basically have they have freaking Oppenheimer working on their freaking fireworks. Like, they brought Oppenheimer back from the freaking dead. Is he dead? I don't know. They brought Oppenheimer back from the dead, or I don't know, to make these freaking fireworks. Cause I don't know why they're just so loud. And one of them caused a small fire right at my neighbor's house. Nothing burned. It was just a canopy, a folded up canopy caught on fire. And my mom was the only one that noticed. And my house is right next to a field that used to be housed horses and stuff, but now it's just all dry grass. And dry grass obviously catches fire extremely easily. So if that dry grass, because that dry grass actually did catch on fire and got really close to our house, but nothing happened. But this could have been fire part 2, where we could literally have actually lost our house. But I'm just as an autistic person, hate the noises. Even wearing headphones and stuff, it still sucks. And it's just what can you do? Because you can't ban them, because people already bring in illegal fireworks. My entire freaking block that I live at, it's just full of freaking illegal fireworks during that season. And just a couple days ago, the end of July, people are still setting up fireworks, and I'm where are you getting these? Why are you still setting these freaking things off? It's just I've talked about fireworks before. I just hate them so much, because I have a dog. My dog, I just feel so bad for her, because she just constantly barks, is constantly on edge. But yeah, well, now time for the Favs and Hates It. So for all you new people here at Favs and Hates It, this video is basically where I talk about some of my favorite things and some of my least favorite things for the month past. So for example, it's August obviously, but I'm going to be talking about past months coming into the new month. So it's I try to make it the first video of every month. But yeah, I have my notebook right here, and I will just list them off. I try to do them from favorite to not as bad, or the lesser of all the goods, and the most. I try to do the most tame ones first, and then the beginning, and then the crazier ones at the end. So yeah, so let's get on to it. So my first favorite is the Mechanical Museum at San Francisco. So my brother needed to go to some dentist appointment thing in San Francisco. It was a consultation. They were in there for 30 minutes. But we live pretty far from San Francisco, a 2.5 hour drive. Well, it's not 2.5 hour drive, it was more an hour 45 minutes, because there was no traffic. But it can get up to 2.5 hours based on how much traffic there is. But we didn't just want to it was 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and we were if it was longer we would have just left. But since it was still 4 o'clock, and we decided to go to Pier 39, and because that's what we usually do, we usually just walk the wharf, the Fisherman's Wharf, and then we go to Pier 39, go to this restaurant called Wipeout, which is amazing. They have like some of the best food, and I love it so much. We used to go to Joe's Crab Shack, but that closed like a couple years ago. And my parent, because that was like the restaurant we would always go to, and it closed like 2017, 2018, I believe. Like between 2016 and 2018, I believe. That's when it closed. Well, they closed that branch because there's one in Sacramento as well that I know of. Well, that we go to a lot when we ever go to like basketball games. But I digress. So there, but on the Fisherman's Wharf, like right by the big sign that says like Fisherman's Wharf, there is a place called Musée de Mécanique, or Musée Mécanique, I think it's called, or Mécanique, I don't know, but it's like French, but it is this really cool, like, we call it the arcade, but its like official name is like Musée de Mécanique, or just the Mechanical Museum, and it houses like, I've never been to any place like it. It's basically kind of like arcade slash like fun area. It is just this building full of old coin operated machines. Like there's fortune tellers, little like little like naughty video things, or like little moving picture type machines, and it is just so cute and so awesome. They have some like newer machines too, just to kind of bring in the crowd, because it can't just be all old machines, even though that's the whole point. There's like some like kind of more modern machines, but a large majority of them are old coin operated machines. Like you can go in with like $3 worth of quarters and leave with a good lot of things. Like if you try to go, like, you can either go for like the experiences, because there's a lot of like really cute machines that like have like little like this marionette one that like you put in the quarter, and like this little like has little music, and it's like the marionettes are like dancing and stuff like that. And I think it's like super cool. And there's this big, like, if you've ever been to Santa Cruz Boardwalk, or like that place too, you know of the Laughing Sal machine. So the Laughing Sal machine is basically this huge machine of this very large lady, and she like you put in a quarter, and she just laughs and laughs and laughs, and kind of just like does this like giggling motion. Look up like Laughing Sal machine on YouTube, and you'll find it. Like there's one in Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk, by Neptune's Kingdom. Right there, it's like just perpetually going. But then there's also one in San Francisco that is, I would say, kind of poorly like refurbished. Like the paint is very kind of like stark, and like very stark white, stark colors. And the one in Santa Cruz is a little bit more kind of good looking, but I just think the machines are extremely, like, just the whole museum in general is just so interesting to me, and I think it's just like one of the most unique things that I've ever seen in California, is because it's so, like, it's so unique to any of the other, like, a lot of the other things in, like, the state. And if you ever go to like San Francisco, and you go to the Fisherman's Wharf, go to the Musée de Mécanique. It's right by like the World War II battleships. You'll have a really fun time if it's like your first time going to San Francisco. Highly approve. Alright, now time for my first hates it. Let's see. Alright, so not getting a job. I have been putting in applications ever since I got back home from school, and I still have not gotten a job. It's like that for a lot of people, but it just sucks. Like I applied to the mini zoo at my mall because they were opening up a mini zoo at my mall, and they literally, like I said, like urgent hiring, will hire like quickly. And guess what they said? Oh, sorry, we're not looking for people right now. And it's just like, you said you were urgent. I guess not urgent enough. But yeah, it's just really annoying not being able to find a job right now, especially when people say, oh, no one's working anymore. Like, everyone's just being lazy at their house, spending all their money on their lattes and avocado toasts. I'm just like, I'm looking for a job, but nobody seems to want to hire me. I've been applying to what people say like is the lowest jobs, and still nothing. But yeah, that's it. Alright, next, Favs. Oh, so, I don't know if this came up in June, but Drag Race Mexico. So Drag Race is coming out with a lot more franchises. This, like, they've been growing and growing their franchises and stuff like that in new countries. Like, from like the day I'm recording this video, which is like Wednesday, Drag Race Philippines season 2 came out, and we had, like, this year we had Drag Race Belgium, Sweden. We just got Brazil's Meet the Queens. And I've been watching Drag Race Mexico because I'm Mexican, and I really want to see like more into like the culture, especially like more of the queer culture of Mexico. And Drag Race Mexico really kind of like teaches me that. Like, I learned a lot more about Mexico just from Drag Race Mexico, because like I'm more of an Americanized Mexican, which I kind of hate, but like I didn't really get to do it. Like, I'm trying more like to expand my horizons of learning about my Mexican culture, but like Drag Race Mexico gets me like to learn a little bit more. Like, I learned a lot about more like non-binary people in Mexico and all that. But besides that, I have just been loving Drag Race Mexico. Because I'm always a big fan of franchises. Plus, I see people like, oh, there's too many franchises in Drag Race. I'm just like, we get more Drag Race. You can wait. You can be that person and just waits for the new season and the All Stars and any of the American stuff. But I want, like, this is my goal. I want to be caught up on every single season of Drag Race ever. Like, I want to watch I'm like currently watching all of US Drag Race. I'm watching all the seasons that I didn't watch, even though I don't want to. I'm going to watch Drag Race Italy. For all the people who know Drag Race, knows Drag Race Italy, especially season 1. Like, I heard season 2 is like really good, but just like, I want to catch up on it because, like, Drag Race, even though a lot of the elimination orders of the seasons that already passed, I just want to experience it. Like, Drag Race, like, I want to talk about Drag Race, and it's like, it's most in a dedicated video. But Drag Race for me is like one of my most favorite things of all time, and I love it so much. But yeah. Alright, next one is Hates It. Alright, so I go on and off about this, but there is a game, or just a game series, or just like a series itself called Yokai Watch. So, for anyone that doesn't know, Yokai Watch is what people consider a Pokemon clone, where it's basically like a catch-em-all monster type game, but it's very unique to a lot of other ones. Like Digimon, you had kind of, it's like more of a digital thing. Pokemon, obviously, like real creatures, but Yokai Watch is very interesting because they're like ghosts that like live among humans, and they affect like how things work in the world. Like, oh, there's a yokai that will make you like really hungry, or one that makes you talk a lot and stuff. And that does like yokai explains like all kind of like what people like human like stuff. And I loved Yokai Watch. I got like, I think 2 mangas of Yokai Watch. I'm pretty sure I have them somewhere, but I don't know. I had the watch. I think I got rid of the watch. I don't know. But I also have, I've watched, like, I think the first season of the anime. I've watched the movie. I played the first Yokai Watch games. I'm on, like, my 3rd playthrough of the game. Like, it's always so much fun because Yokai Watch is just kind of, like, very unique compared to, like, Pokemon or Digimon or a lot of, like, or, like, freaking Temtem. Like, for any Pokemon fans, do you remember Temtem? Freaking Temtem. Like, cool, like people kind of say, like, oh, this is the new Pokemon, like anything's gonna beat Pokemon. But I digress. Like, good for you, girl. But I digress. So I have been learning about Yokai Watch a little bit more. Like, every time I get into Yokai Watch, I learn a little bit more. Like, I even, like, on this channel, don't watch it, but there was a mobile game called Yokai Watch Wibble Wobble, which was kind of like a kind of like matching, like, game, kind of like the Tsum Tsum's Disney game for the phone. And it's just like, it was really fun. I love Yokai Watch. It's just, like, very, very cool. And I learned about, like, oh my god, I'm going through I'm explaining so much. But I learned about a lot of, like, Yokai Watch has a lot of games that have non-English translations. Like, I believe the 3rd and the 4th games have no English translation because, like, the company Level 5, like, Yokai Watch kind of flopped in the US, or just, like, in the Western world. I'm pretty sure, like, mostly the US, but in Japan it blew up, and when trying to bring it to the West, it kind of flopped a little bit. So we've got the first 2 games in English, now abhorrently expensive because of the eShop shutdown on the 3DS, and just, like, thankfully I got the first game, and I did find the second game, one of the second games, for pretty cheap. So once I get enough money, I'm hopefully gonna get it before it sells out. But I just was like, dang, because, like, I love Yokai Watch and I really want to play the games, but now that the kind of 3DS is kind of defunct, like, I still use my 3DS, but it's just like, and I kind of want to do, like, I want to jailbreak it, but I'm too scared, so I'll probably just buy a jailbroken 3DS, because I don't want to bust my only 3DS. But I love Yokai Watch. It just sucks that they're for the 2nd and 3rd games, and they even released a remastered version of the first game on Switch, but it's not in English. Like, why do this to me? Like, I love Yokai Watch and I want to play more of the games, but I just think I'm too late, you know. But yeah, so with that being said, I kind of want to get to my last hate sits, like, just do my last hate sits now, because my final fave sits is kind of like very nice, to, like, a nice ending. So my final hate sits is, like, I know it'll be sounding weird that I'm saying this, the SAG riots, well, not riots, strikes. So I am a person that wants to get into acting, like, I want to get into television and stuff, but also theater acting as well. The reason why it's an hate that is not because of, like, oh, I don't agree with the strikes. Like, I fully support the SAG, like, writers and the actors strike. Like, a lot more people should be striking, but what sucks is that this has to happen because, sorry, I know I'm very ignorant when it comes to like, why people don't get paid, but I'm just like, actors and writers and all these things, they make the content. Like, people always say like, oh, AI is going to take over everything, and like, these actors and writers should be in their place and stuff because AI will just take over your job. Like, I've seen what AI does. It's not good. Maybe it will be good, but for not for a long time. And AI, everything would just suck. And the reason why AI will suck is just because it's going to be taking everything else that people already made. And, like, it just sucks. I don't really want to get into it any longer, but I fully support the SAG and WGA writers and actors on their journey. And that's why I didn't want to, like, I'll say this now. I wanted to put Barbie in this video, but I didn't want to because of the SAG strike. So I'll say this: I'm not going to be talking about any new movies or any TV shows in my videos until these actors and writers get what they deserve. So yeah, but now time for my final favorites, and that is going to be my new subscribers. So, a couple weeks ago, I uploaded a nail polish video, not thinking anything of it. It got 1.2k like views. I checked my analytics, it's at 1.2k views, and I'm like, what? This happened again with another Ricky nail polish video that I did. And I'm like, what? Like, I'm really happy about it, but just like, why can't my other videos get this kind of love? But I'm not going to complain. So I gained like around like almost 40 subscribers from just that one video alone. And I'm just like, hello everyone. Hello to all my new subscribers. Hello to everyone that's coming in. People who have been around for a long time. And I just want to give like a little bit, like I've said this before in my last, like in another video, like I think the most recent Lego video. Like, I'm sorry I didn't do a Lego video. I was out of town, so I couldn't make another video. So I talked about in that video, like, thank you guys so much for always supporting me, always being there for me. I know that we're just a tiny little community in this big world that we call the internet, but I am happy to say that you guys are my fans, my supporters, and the people that always tell me how good I'm doing, because sometimes I feel like, am I really doing that good? But looking at how I've grown in the past, like, almost 3 years, going from like a small channel with only like less than 100 subscribers to almost being at 1,000 subscribers in less than 3 years. And like, I even said like I wanted to be at 800 subscribers before the end of the year, and we fully passed that goal. And I am really thankful for all of you guys who have supported me, like even just supporting me and watching like just the most recent video, or have been watching me from the beginning when I used to record with only my headphone microphone, then my old microphone that I got for Christmas, and now finally a Blue Yeti. We have finally made it to Blue Yeti status. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and now it's time to end the video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow the Instagram down in the doobly-doo. And I also made a new makeup Instagram called Makeup by BFF. I think I said underscore at the beginning, I believe. So it's Makeup by BFF, and I just want to be like, I did BFF because that's what I kind of like call myself, like bald fat femme, because that's kind of what I see myself as, like bald, even though you see me now fat because I'm obviously a plus size fat person, and femme because I always like to present myself as kind of more high femme. person. So Makeup by BFF, Bound Fat Fem, but Makeup by BFF. I haven't done anything for the channel yet. So if you guys just search it up, you guys will find it. So I just wanted to say that because I love doing makeup, and I wanted to do a makeup Instagram, but you guys will have to follow it if you guys don't want to. But I'm just saying it. This is probably the only time I say it though. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a nice and safe day.